So let's dig in and have a look at the different stages of personal growth awareness. The first stage may be that you are actually unaware, and you may just go through life thinking, well, that's just the way it is. You may have various symptoms of this. It may be that when things go wrong you seek to blame others. You may seek to avoid responsibilities. You may be looking for an aha. You may overcompensate. So you may get up bushy-tailed and bright one morning and say, this is it, today's the day. And you burn bright for a couple of days and then it fades. Perfectly natural, perfectly normal, because you're groping in the dark, really. In short, your life becomes one extended coping mechanism. And it's not that you are broken. Greetings, fellow seekers. You might be on the personal growth journey at some stage or other, and you may be unaware of which stage you're at. However, as humans, we are very adaptive. And what's happened is that you have a worldview and an upbringing, and a series of events have happened to you in your life, and you've just become adapted. And so you're unaware of any problems that may be there. And any problems that arise, you will seek to distribute the responsibility for those problems to other people by blaming them or accusing them. What you've done is you've developed a coping mechanism and you are in an adaptive state. Nothing wrong with that, except what is waiting for you is a life better lived if you follow the right processes. Second stage of personal growth development is problem awareness. Suddenly, a door may open or a glimpse of light may occur, and you start to realize that you do have problems. There are itches you can't scratch. You realize that you're facing certain challenges, and you start to think in terms of, well, if I had X, then Y would happen. If I had that beautiful girl, my life would be perfect. If I were to win lottery, all my problems would be over. Well, guess what? If you had that beautiful girl or you won the lottery, your problems would only just be beginning. So what you've got is you're trapped in a cycle of silver bullet thinking. You think that one silver bullet is going to slay the werewolf. You're going to buy useless shit, you're going to take useless advice, and you're going to be seeking some kind of guru. It may be a book in an op shop, it may be somebody online, it may be a course, it may be, well, whatever, a podcast. So what you're doing at this stage of your personal growth development is you're waiting for an aha moment, a single principle or idea that's going to solve all of the challenges that you're facing. In short, you are now evolving from merely adapted to becoming a seeker. Most people consume without subscribing. I do it myself regularly with other channels, so I understand. But if you do get an opportunity to hit the bell, or hit a like, or make a comment, or subscribe, hey, there are 4 choices, 4 ways that you can make this old man happy. The third stage is outcome awareness. You've developed problem awareness, and now you realize that there are outcomes that you want, that there are ways that you want to advance yourself in your life and improve your life and improve actual outcomes. And so you will start thinking to yourself, well, maybe this can help, maybe so-and-so can help, maybe this program, maybe this course, maybe this approach. And so now you're entering into what is often known as uninformed optimism. You know there's something, but you don't know what it is precisely. You become active, you become purposeful, and you become aware that the quality of the decisions that you make are going to have more impact or major impacts on your life and your outcomes. Previously, you may not have dwelt on the quality of your decisions because you thought that your answers were outside of yourself. But slowly, what you're seeking now is consistency, and you're starting to see the answers to the challenges you face are actually within yourself. But that doesn't mean that you can't seek assistance. It just means that the decisions you make and the assistance that you seek is now more directed and purposeful. The fourth stage is what I call method awareness. You're now in an activation phase. And method awareness means that you realize that there are systems and processes that you can apply. And you start thinking smaller. Instead of trying everything, and so you start to focus on specifics. You're looking for the smallest incremental changes you can make to an effective system in order to get your outcomes. You're no longer looking for everything. You're now looking for something. And you are emotionally in an experimental phase. You're curious, you're energized, and you're more conscious that there are systems you can use. You can apply them in a way which fits your lifestyle and your needs. You're going to try, and you're going to try. But you also may wonder sometimes why it isn't working. You're starting to develop a realistic understanding of the power of consistency. But unfortunately, you may be lacking in consistency because there's still some shred or residual part of you emotionally that thinks you can just nail it in one go. So let's look at the final stage. The final stage of awareness for personal growth. This is the consistent awareness and testing phase. In the consistent awareness and testing phase, you're going to be going on a journey, on a self-imposed seeking exploration, which is going to mean something to you. It's not something that's going to be applied to you or taken from the exterior or from someone else. It's going to be literally your own purpose that you are applying for the love of it. You're going to say, I'm going to try this, I'm going to improve this, and I'm going to do this consistently because I'm really keen to see what will happen. You're taking a professional interest, not an emotional interest, in how you develop your own personal growth. You become more scientific, you become more applied, more dedicated, and you become, and this is important, more specific in your aims. We live in an information overload, an information inflation era, and so there is so much choice available to us. But the mark of a true specialist is that they can drill down into specifics. Specific specialist. Clues in the words. You may now apply systems that you trust, that you have won the hard way, and that you know are subject to refinement and adaptation, and that means something to you personally. You are now an objective, scientific participant in a lifelong experiment, and it's a great place to be. Finally, you will feel that you are in the driver's seat. Going from merely being adapted, being the third dog, the learned helplessness, you become a seeker, you then crave consistency, and then you start to understand how to apply consistency, and then finally you're just going to do it for the hell of it because you love it. Once you get to that stage where you've got specific things that you want to do, specific systems that treat you well and that you trust, and you just want to get up in the morning and have a go at these things for the sheer heck of it, you're at stage number 5. And so, fellow seeker, I'd like to get going now. And so before I go, I'll leave you with my one final thought. And that is, whatever it is you dare to do or dream, begin it now.